Search for the best time to visit Vietnam and you will get completely different answers. Why is that? It's because Vietnam is a very long country. The north can be cold and misty, while the center is sunny and the south is hot and dry. So in this video, you'll learn the best time for each region, then the best months if you want to visit the whole country, and I will also cover a few extra details at the end of this video that can affect your trip. The easiest way to understand Vietnam's weather is to divide the country into the north, the center, and the south. For northern Vietnam, the strongest overall periods are usually April to May and September to November. April and May are warmer and generally good for Hanoi, Ninh Binh, and Halong Bay. In the mountains, the rice fields are being prepared and filled with water, but they're not golden yet. If you want the famous golden rice terraces, look at September and early October for places such as Sapa and Mu Cang Chai. The exact harvest date changes each year, so check the specific destination before booking. From December to March, the north becomes colder, cloudier, and often mistier. Hanoi can still be comfortable for walking, but mountain and Halong Bay views may be hidden. We visited Sapa in late March. The forecast did not show much rain, but the mountains were hidden and we could smell burning. Farmers sometimes burn leftover crops in their fields before planting for the new season, and the smoke can mix with mist and reduce visibility. The timing changes by place and year, so check recent visibility and air quality, not only rain. From June to August, the north is hotter, more humid, and wetter. The landscape is very green, but heavy rain can make trekking difficult and cause landslides or road problems in mountain areas. For Phong Nha, Hue, Da Nang, and Hoi An, the easiest period is generally March to August. March to May gives you a good balance of warmer, drier weather without the strongest summer heat. We traveled through this region in March and most days were good, although we still experienced sudden heavy storms around Da Nang and Hoi An. June to August is hotter, but it can be excellent for beaches around Da Nang and Hoi An. If you visit then, explore early, take a break during the hottest part of the day, and go out again later. From around September to January, Hue and Hoi An have a greater risk of heavy rain, storms, and flooding. This can affect beaches, roads, trains, and some outdoor activities. Nha Trang is an important exception. It is further south and usually sunnier than Hue and Hoi An. Its wetter period is mainly from September to December, but it's generally less exposed to heavy storms than the coast further north. And then there is Dalat. Because it is high in the mountains, it stays cooler than the coast. It is generally drier from about November to March, while rain becomes more common from April to October. Southern Vietnam stays warm all year. The main difference is whether it is dry or wet. From December to April, conditions are generally drier. December to February is the most comfortable period for Ho Chi Minh City and the Mekong Delta. March and April are still dry, but they become much hotter. This is also the safer period for beaches and boat trips in Phu Quoc. From May to November, rain becomes more common. That does not mean rain all day, every day. You may get a short but very heavy shower and then continue with your plans. City trips can still work well, but flooding may slow you down, and islands and boat trips are less reliable. If you want to visit the north, center, and south in one trip, the strongest overall compromise is March or April. The south is usually still dry, central Vietnam is entering one of its better periods, and the north is becoming warmer. But it is still a compromise. The south becomes very hot, especially in April, and the northern mountains can still be misty. I would advise to move from south to north because of this reason. If Sapa, Hajian, or Golden Rice Terraces are the main reason for your trip, September or early October may suit you better. Just remember that central Vietnam has a higher risk of rain and storms at that time. Choose your dates depending on what is your priority in the country. There are three extra things that simple weather charts often do not explain. Firstly, it is the humidity. If you come from a cooler or drier climate, 30 degrees in Vietnam may feel more tiring than expected. For long outdoor days, start early and take a break around midday. Second, air quality. Hanoi's air is often worse during winter, especially from around November to February. Poor air quality can hide views and make a full day outdoors uncomfortable. It can also affect mountain visibility, as we experienced in Sapa. Check a recent air quality reading as well as the weather forecast. Third, rainy season does not always mean constant rain. It may mean short, very heavy showers, but during stronger storms, it can also mean flooding, canceled boats, or travel delays. So use seasonal advice to choose your dates. But check the local conditions again shortly before moving to a new region. If your itinerary depends on trekking, a Halong Bay cruise, or island boats, keep one part of the trip flexible in case the weather changes. Finally, check whether your trip falls during a major Vietnamese holiday. Tet, or Lunar New Year, moves between late January and February. Transport and accommodation can get fully booked, and some businesses close while people travel home to their families. The holiday around the 30th of April and 1st of May, and National Day around the 2nd of September can also get very busy. You do not need to avoid these dates, but book earlier. There is no perfect month for all of Vietnam, but once you choose which region matters most, planning becomes much easier. Once you have your dates, watch my 1 to 4 week Vietnam itinerary guide to build the right route. Subscribe for more realistic planning advice for your next trip. See you in the next one!